What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got an exciting one today. Today is finally the day that we paint the NB Miata. We're gonna hop right into it here. I'm gonna get you guys up to speed at where we're at currently and what we need to do next. So I've got the car in the booth, taped up. I've also got it jacked up since it was very low before and it would just make it harder to paint. So everything you see here on the body, all the primer has been finish sanded with 600 grit, and then the rest of the car that didn't have repair on it was finished with 800 grit. So everything right now is either sanded with 600 or 800. I also spent a lot of time with an air blower blowing out all the jams, all the cracks and crevices. There was a lot of dust and a lot of leaves and stuff stuck in the fenders. And anytime you're painting a car like this and you've sanded the whole thing, there's gonna be lots of dust everywhere, especially in the door jambs. So make sure you take a good amount of time and blow everything out, blow all the dust out, because you don't want that trash getting in your paint job. So everything's been blown out right now. I even went ahead and wiped out the jams with a paper towel and some cleaner as well. I then went around the whole car and wiped it down, washed down all the panels, and then started taping up some, as you can see here. For the most part, the passenger side is taped up. We just gotta do a little bit on the driver's side, and I'll show you guys what we're gonna do there. But yeah, we'll finish taping this thing up and then move on to the next step. Okay, before I go any further, actually, if you're familiar with Miatas, you'll know that the bottom section of the body has this chip guard on it, this kind of rough area with a lot of texture. This is just to protect against rock chips. I noticed that this driver's fender actually does not have any. And back here where I repaired the quarter, I actually got into the chip guard some. So we're gonna need to replace that. We use this 3M stuff. It does a really good job at like matching the OEM texture. The only thing about it though is it makes a mess. It kind of sends overspray and like dust fibers all over the place. So I'm gonna do that before I go any further. That way I can clean that stuff up before we tape the rest of the car up. Alright, so this is it. It is completely taped up and we are ready to go. I'll walk you guys through everything real quick since it's kind of hard to film everything I'm doing while I'm actually doing it. But basically any edge I could get to, I did what's called back taping, where you basically take a piece of tape and just run it along the back edge with the sticky side facing out. That way you can come like this and stick paper to it. So I did that to cover the trunk area here and all four wheels, also along the bottom edge of the rockers. In all the door jambs, we have 6-inch paper along the back side of the doors, as well as in the jamb. This is gonna keep any overspray out of the jambs. Back tape the back edge of the door here to cover the glass. I've got the windshield pillar molding. I've got that taken off. That way I can tape this and actually get paint all the way back behind there. Same thing with the windshield molding. I've got the molding actually lifted up with this blue lifter tape. That way we can properly sand all the way underneath the molding and get paint under there, and we don't have to worry about it peeling up later. Then I've just got plastic covering the engine bay, windshield, and the interior. I took the molding off on the back edge here where the back of the soft top goes. Same thing as with the windshield, just want to make sure we can properly prep this area. and get paint all the way on there and make sure we don't have any harsh tape lines. With the way that this is taped up, there will really be no tape lines anywhere. It should be undetectable, which is the goal. So all that's left to do now is wipe this thing down one final time, tack it off, mix up some paint, and get to spraying. Alright, I've got 3 good coats of black base coat on there right now. We're gonna step in here for a second and see what it looks like. I've got a couple clear mixed up, and after we take a look at this, we're gonna go ahead and clear it and we'll be done. Car just finished baking, it's dry. Let's take a look. Alright, so as you guys can see, the paint job is complete and the car is completely back together now. I'm very happy with how this came out. I think the car looks fantastic. It came out really clean and really slick. And I think one of the things that helped that is doing this in 3 separate shoots. So basically, I did the hood and the trunk separate. I did those on their own since I had to do both sides of them. And then I also did the bumpers separate from the car. So when I was painting the car, all I had to worry about was the body. So that's going to be the quarters, the doors, and the fenders, and that made it really easy. It wasn't a whole lot to paint. The booth wasn't too cramped up, so you don't have to worry about excess trash or bumping into parts and things like that. Then I did the smaller parts by themselves, that being the door handles and the mirrors. And then finally I did the bumpers by themselves, and this made it really easy to manage, not too much going on at once. So that would be one of my tips if you have a big project like this to paint, is break it up into smaller jobs. But yeah, the car looks great, and that pretty much is gonna do it for this video. Body is 100% complete. We also got the interior pretty much 100% back together as well. The car looks really good. Huge transformation from where it was before. So now it's time to just drive this thing a little bit and enjoy it before we get ready to sell it. We also have a few more exciting videos coming that will include this car, so we're gonna get those done before that as well. And then we're gonna share some of our tips for buying and selling cars, specifically preparing a car like this for selling and how to get the most money out of it. So look forward to all that coming very, very soon. But that is gonna do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you could learn something new. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome week, and we will see you in the next one.